funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and know that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The ring be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Is the most amount of men you've taken in one day?
Maybe like 12. I did like a 12 guy thing.
Nice. Whether it's 12 or 1,000, they all blur in. You don't know who's in you and who's not.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no. I've them and I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like, I look at people and I think, have I slept with you? Like your son, your dad?
And what's the most amount of guys you've slept with in a day?
1,057.
1,057?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Busy day that day.
That is crazy. How do you
Sweat.
stay up? Do you like just drink
Adrenaline.
You mean
Excited.
Adderall? No.
What does Adderall mean? What's Adderall?
It's the pill that like college kids take so that they could like
Oh.
study all night for their exam.
Oh,
Busting
it's
your
because
balls.
we study.
Lionel. Lionel, bro. Lionel. Man. Man, bro, why the hell you sent me that clip, bro? Why in the hell did you send me that clip, bro? Knowing good and damn well I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna show it on the show and we're gonna use it as a goddamn case study. Oh man. Lionel, these traditional women that listen to this podcast, they be thinking we be lying about these modern day women and their behavior. They be thinking we just be making stuff up, bro, but nah. We don't be making stuff up at all. We don't. We see it in real time, the behavior of modern day women, man. And the thing about it is that it fascinates me that the women who call themselves traditional, right, who don't even subscribe to the modern day woman mentality, every single time they want to defend the modern day woman behavior. Every single time.
That's bullshit.
Every single time we give them evidence of this behavior and we advocate for change, guess what? Oh, no. You have no right to talk to them like that. You have no right to address change or anything like that. You're a man. Or they'll use these ad hominem attacks talking about, well, you must don't like women.
What?
Those of y'all who didn't want to see my episode when I talked about body counts and I told y'all that body count is important to men, I would highly recommend you go back and watch that episode for real. Because just like I say, body counts is very important to men. It is. It really is. Because the woman on the clip, she had admitted that she had over 1,000 bodies. That means that she had 1,000 penises in her vagina.
That's bullshit.
And we should accept that. That's what they say. We should accept this behavior. It should be okay. No. Man, if you're listening to this right now, know your worth. Don't be trying to wife up these modern day women like I've been telling y'all or I've been trying to encourage you, all right? Don't be trying to do it. Don't be trying to wife them up. Don't be trying to get married. It's better if you find a woman that's, like I said, a diamond in the rough, if you could find her. If you find that woman that's a diamond in the rough and you know without a shadow of doubt that she's going to be down for you, you vetted her out, and you see that she's really for you, then by all means, go ahead and get it. Get it. Attain it. Capture it. Keep it. By all means. But it's sad that we have mostly modern day women that outweighs the 3% of the actual women out there who are, good for you. That's the bad part about it. That is the bad part about it, y'all. You know what? Before we get into the show, and I see everybody in the building. Lionel, I see you in the building. Lionel said, that's a nasty word, bro. I agree with you. Also, Scorpio, what's up with it? Salute. Appreciate you being in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a whole lot, Scorpio, being in the building. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are watching the stream right now. You're catching the live stream or you're catching the replay. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. So check this out. Why is accountability a hard pill to swallow with modern women? Once again, why is accountability a hard pill to swallow with modern women? What do you mean by this, Urban? When men challenge accountability for these modern women, right? Why is it always a pushback? Why is it always that the said man be gaslighted? The said type of man who's trying to challenge accountability from these type of women, right? Why is it always not only gaslighting, but why is it always dismissive behavior? Why always resort to them simply saying that if you don't stop trying to do this, then I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. Most of them, if they're in a relationship, they'll sit up here simply say that they'll try to exit out of the relationship. If they're married, they'll say they'll threaten to divorce you. If you're not married and you just cohabitating with each other, they'll threaten to either kick that man out or they would threaten to leave themselves. Why is that? Why is it so hard for these said type of women to accept accountability? I've been telling y'all this for the longest that these said type of women ego is at an all-time high. I've been telling y'all that that they are very egotistical. I've been telling y'all that as Lionel said right here, they must be right at all costs, even when they know they're wrong. They got to be right. They got to be right at all costs. Even if it's cost for them to sacrifice the very thing that they've been seeking to begin with in the first place, which is a hypergamous relationship. Why is that? I want us to examine this clip real quick, y'all. I want us to examine this clip real quick. We're gonna get into the main content, but I want us to examine this clip real quick because I want to challenge this whole accountability part. All right, I want to challenge why women do not like to hold themselves accountable for their said behavior, preferably these modern women. But to be honest with you, lately I've been seeing the same type of behavior with even the traditional women as well too. Let's call it for what it is. I've been seeing the same behavior with even traditional women. The ones that say urban, not me, urban. But when you challenge them on that same behavior resorts back to the same point about modern women. Why is that? Let's examine this clip real quick, and we're gonna get down to the bottom of this. All right, let's examine this. This young lady, she has something important to say about women, not just modern day women, but she has something important to say about women. Period. Let's listen to what she had to say about this particular matter. So I need to change this real quick. Let me flip this. No, I'll leave it like this. I don't feel like it. But let's listen to what she had to say about this particular situation.
Okay, so I understand from a logical perspective why men say that us women do not take accountability and we don't listen. Because we can't even take accountability and listen to our fellow sisters when they come bestowing knowledge upon us that can help us or better our future for later so that we don't become a stumbling block for others. But we don't do that. We criticize and we try to point out other people's flaws and other people's transgressions that they once did. And it's just like, what point does that make? Where does that get to? You're proving that you are an ignorant person when you don't take heed of knowledge, especially when somebody comes telling it to you in love. Yeah, they're not calling you out your name. You know what I'm saying? They're not belittling you. They're just telling you the truth. And because conviction is settling in, you think that they're judging you unjustly. My goodness. So I made a post telling women if they don't want men lusting after them, then put your clothes on. And the women that don't want to be lusted by men, but yet wear provocative clothing, found a way to go against that and reverted back to men. My goodness. The lack of accountability is why we don't have unity. It's why a man can't walk in his authority without being called insecure. Or anything other than a leader when he's protective, when he shows his protection and not just by his strength, but how he cares for you because how he wants you covered. Why have we been so programmed to be at war with these men, but we need them? And I know what comes after that. She's a pick-me. Yeah, okay. Well, I'd rather be picked by a man than you. And that's not the point. When women throw that out, it's because they don't have a valid rebuttal. This is why I always say that the term pick-me is just a bulletproof vest for the unteachable, while accountability is the bullet. And this isn't a low blow to men, but baby, men are the easiest thing to get out here. But being picked isn't the motive. But learning from your mistakes and taking heed to knowledge is. It just baffles me because usually the women that throw that term out there are the ones that do everything to get a man's attention. Quite uncanny. Overall, I love my sisters, I really do. Y'all be so beautiful. You ain't got to do all that. I had to learn it. See, the crazy thing is, I didn't have nobody to teach me. I had everybody amping me up, though. You know what I'm saying? Watching me self-destruct. I don't want you to get there. That's why I teach you in love. Take heed. It's okay. Just remember, beauty is revealed from the inside before it is revealed on the out, okay?
Now check this out. She have said a lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. But let me go ahead and summarize everything that she was talking about. She's challenging her very sisterhood about this whole concept about accountability. All right, she's challenging them about accountability. She's letting them know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, we need to hold ourselves accountable for our behavior. There are a lot of things that we literally do that we need to take a L on for real. To make a long story short, but even when she say something about it, right? Guess what? She get pushed back by the same sisterhood as well too. So now she's understanding the men's plight behind this whole accountability situation. Whenever a man challenging a woman about accountability, it ain't to try to degrade her. Well, let me put it to you this way, all right. So we could have this honest conversation, all right. Whenever it be a type of man that you know this man is of a good character and his intentions is good and his intentions is pure, right? And he's giving you that sound advice, was constructive criticism, then women should simply take heed to that advice. But guess what? They don't. The reason why they don't is because of several reasons. First of all, it deals with their own ego. Because once again, like I stated on this channel all the time on modern women, and I hate to say this, I just hate to say this, even traditional women, egos is at an all-time high right now. And it needs to be corrected. It needs to be rectified. Women egos at an all-time high where you can't even give them constructive criticism without them instantly getting into their feelings, saying that you're attacking me, you're hurting me, you don't understand me. Then they come back and resort to these ad hominem attacks to the men. Like I stated earlier, they come with these word rebuttals to my, well, you must don't like women, you must be gay, you must be DL, all this other weird stuff. You must like your homeboys more than us. Y'all know the bullshit that they be talking about, right? So they could feel good inside. But the question is why? Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all do that? What will it take for other men and women to let y'all know that y'all full of bullshit with y'all behavior? You need to hold yourself accountable. What will it take? What will it take? Some of y'all would say this. Some would say that, well, Urban, maybe it would take God to correct them on their behavior. But I don't know about that. I don't know. I bet the differ on that. The reason why I bet the differ on that is because look what happened in the garden. Look what happened with Eve. Look what happened when God gave a simple command, or even Adam gave a simple command to not eat from a tree, and she did that bullshit anyway. Look what happened there. Then after when God corrected or rectified the situation, the woman still mouthed off at God. It was that man fault. It was that woman fault. So I don't know. I don't know. What will it take for women to go ahead and take this L and hold this accountability so you can grow and mature as a woman? Because that's all that we want. We want the same thing that y'all want from us as men. Y'all want us as men to grow and mature and be the man that you need us to be. Nothing wrong with that. But likewise, we need y'all as women to grow to be the woman that we need y'all to be as well too. See, it had to be a proper exchange in this. It can't be no one-sided exchange. That's what it boils down to. You know, case in point, y'all. Case in point. Today's show, what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna examine this woman. This woman is going to share a story with us, and I found this story on TikTok, and she's going to share with us her story about this whole situation about getting the divorce on Mother's Day. All right. Now we know that on Mother's Day, this is a time where um, different countries around the world, they take the moment to simply honor women for being mothers. Okay. They give honor, they give respect, they do certain things for them, like give them flowers and different gifts or whatever the case may be, right? And on top of that, they'll even honor women who are single and saying that they're mothers. Why y'all do this bullshit? I have no idea. It is crazy as hell to me that y'all do this bullshit where y'all honor women who are single, who don't have who don't have no children, but tell them Happy Mother's Day. I'm blown away on that one. I'm blown away on that one. That's the same thing with Father's Day, where you separate tell a man Happy Father's Day, and that dude don't got no damn children, and he don't even have no intentions of having children. Mm-mm-mm. But we're going to talk about this, y'all. We're going to examine this story. We're going to hear her perspective. We're going to hear why a divorce was filed on Mother's Day. What happened? What was the disconnect for her to file for a divorce on Mother's Day? All right. And just like I say, I already told y'all the numbers is high with the divorce rate. It always be women who file for divorce. As a matter of fact, we did the show the other day talking about divorce, where even a divorce attorney told y'all that 90% of divorces is filed from who? Women. So we're gonna get into this, y'all. Make sure y'all want hit that thumbs up because it help out the stream a whole lot. Let me real quick get into these chats real quick. Lionel, he said that these women can't even take criticism nowadays. Then he said it's a losing battle. Women are right; they have to be right. The only way a man can be right if a woman gave him the idea. That's facts through manipulation. Scorpio says she don't give a flying fuck. And then she said, my ex called me on Mother's Day. I don't talk to him, period. Explain that I'm not your mama, sir. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand y'all people. I don't understand why y'all do what y'all do. Y'all do the weirdest shit for real. I ain't lying. Y'all really do. Y'all really do. Yeah, I really do. But let's get into this main content. Let's find out why this modern woman decided that the best course of action is for her to divorce on Mother's Day. All right, let's get into this content, and we're gonna examine it. This is gonna be a case study tonight, not tonight, but today, y'all.
So this will be part one of me telling how Mother's Day weekend ended in a divorce for me. We have been together for about 7 years. November would be 8 years. And we've been married for about 10 months. We got married last year, July 13th. So we're about 2 months shy from our 1 year anniversary.
So she has been married to this dude, well, legally married, contracted married to this dude, not even a full year, and she already want to call it quits. She haven't been married to this dude a whole year, and she ready to call it a quits. Now, keep in mind, she said that she's the one who want to get a divorce, not him. She's the one. Now y'all gonna see how this stuff makes sense to the other show I was telling y'all about why I recommend that modern men do not get married for this very reason right here. But let's continue.
I do want to say I'm not here to bash him or talk down on him. I just want to bring awareness on certain things and shed light on certain things that happen in relationships. On the outside, my relationship looked perfect, but it's not. You know, we're not perfect people. We all make mistakes. So let's keep it respectful in the comments, please. So I want to start out by saying that it started off with small things that I let slide. The first initial thing when we first moved into our home together, which was about 3 years ago, I felt like something was going on because our chemistry was off. You know, like we were arguing. He literally was irritating my soul, just getting on my nerves. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of out the norm. Let me see what's going on. Decide to go through his phone, check Snapchat, and I seen that he was communicating with this young lady. He said it was.
Wait a minute, before we get into this whole concept about her being a detective and going through this dude's phone, right? She stated that that they was living with each other. They was cohabitated with each other for like 3 years before they decide to legally be married. Okay, that's what she said. So she also stated that they started having arguments, right? Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. She never gave the reasoning why they was having arguments. Okay. She only said that they been arguing and this dude been irritating her. She didn't say what he did to irritate her or anything like that. And her response behind this is to simply invade this dude's privacy by going into his phone. Wow.
God damn!
Interesting. But let's continue.
A friend, but I don't know who will comment on their friend's body.
Let me back just a little bit, so we could get clarity of why she decided to go into this dude's phone and whatever was happening.
Let me see what's going on. Decide to go through his phone, check Snapchat, and I seen that he was communicating with this young lady. He said it was a friend, but I don't know who will comment on their friend's body, or what you're waking up every morning telling this person good morning before you tell me good morning, and you're also telling her my personal business, which I didn't really like. I'm a very private person when it comes to certain things. Even me doing this is very embarrassing, but I feel like it needs to be told.
So to be honest with y'all, I can agree with her on this because I done said this on the show too about you allowing people into your relationship. Okay, I simply said that it is not good for a man to have a woman as a friend. while you're in a relationship, nor it isn't good for a woman to have a man as a friend in a relationship. I don't care if you've been knowing them for 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The moment when you're in that relationship with your said significant other, that relationship needs to be terminated for real. It needs to be terminated for real. Because this is the very thing that plagues relationship. This is one of the main things that will literally kill relationships. Is this right here? Because, like I say, these people that you call your friends, right, of the opposite sex, the reason why they're not there because they're simply trying to be a platonic friend. They're there because they are a placeholder. They're there waiting for their opportune moment to go ahead and slide in and enter into a relationship with you. That is the God honest truth. But people don't believe that. People think that when men like myself tell you that, you be thinking I'll be lying about that. No, not at all. I'm not lying about that. These people are literally or placeholders. So they could wait for the opportune moment to go ahead and slide on in and enter into the relationship. They don't mind being in the friend zone. They could be in the friend zone for a real long time. I see it all the time. Where they'll literally stay in that friend zone mode. They'll pretend that they're your friend. They'll pretend that they care about everything that's going on with you and stuff. They'll support you. They'll do all these things. They'll have conversations with you and everything because they're a placeholder. Because deep down, their whole agenda is that they want to be the person in their relationship. They want to be in that slot. They'll pretend that they have a relationship. They'll tell you about their relationship problems. They'll be quick to tell you about their relationship problems. Girl, hey man, my girl tripping. That girl tripping or this dude tripping. They'll do that, but in reality, they be lying like it ain't nothing. I'm telling y'all, they be lying like it ain't nothing. Them fools don't be in a real ass relationship. So that's why I encourage people to don't do it. Just terminate the relationship. If you want to be in a committed relationship, you need to be committed to that one person, not you and your opposite sex friend, because they destroy relationships. But let's continue.
So that was the first initial problem. We got into a huge argument. We broke up. We talked about it. He said he would not do it again. He see how disrespectful it was. Initially, when I brought it to his attention, he decided to not take accountability, try to flip it on me, and that's what caused a huge argument. We decided to come back together and continue the relationship.
This is another thing too that women do as a form of control, and this deals with their ego. They will always threaten or they will carry on breaking up the relationship. Hence this whole concept about the divorce thing. These type of modern women that have that attitude that I need control one way or the other. Oh, this is the best way how I could control you, by controlling the relationship, the dynamics of the relationship. If you don't do such and such things, then I'm going to walk away. The reason why they do that is because in their mind, they believe that they are entitled. And so they do that. They'll do that. They'll literally break up the relationship. Then here's this dude acting like Keith Sweat begging this woman to come back to her. And all in all, that's what she want him to do. I was told that that's what women love. Women love a man to come and beg to them and stuff. They love that because it feeds their ego. They love that. So they'll intentionally do that. I'm going to break up with you. No, babe. No, don't break up with me. Oh my God, I'm in love with you. That's some absolutely bullshit. That's bullshit. Fellas, if you have a woman that does that to you and you're in a relationship, don't fall for this trap, because you fall for this trap, she's going to control every little thing that you do. Because I'm telling you that's a form of manipulation and control. If she sit up here threatening and say that, hey, I'm going to break up with you. Well, I want to break up. Call her on her bluff. Tell her, okay. Oh, so you don't care? No, because you don't. You really don't care. Nope. Because they act like you don't have options neither, which you do. You do have options. You really do have options. Just like she believes she have options, you absolutely have options as well too. You got to call her on that bullshit and let her know that, hey, you're not gonna be doing this. You're not gonna be sitting up here manipulating me and sitting up here trying to talk about you want to break up or we going to break up or you literally do break up with me and expect that I'm gonna come back to you. That ain't how that shit works. Mm-mm. You need to want, just like we was talking about accountability, you need to want to hold yourself accountable. You do. But let's continue, y'all.
The second instance was when we went to a Halloween party for his friend. She was going away, so she did a huge Halloween party for everyone to come over. We're drinking, we're playing games. I go outside on a patio where he was sitting, and he decided to get up and go get him another drink. So he gives me his phone. And again, prior to that, I felt like something was going on because for the past 3 years since we moved into our home, there was a lack of intimacy. And if you catch my
Very interesting. So they're at a party. He give her his phone. But once again, she haven't got past this point that she thinking that this dude is cheating on her. So guess what she ended up doing? She ended up going through his phone once again. So far, let me ask y'all this question. Those of y'all in the chat and those of y'all who are catching the replay as well too. Let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all think this is so far a valid reason for her to file a divorce on this dude? Let's be honest about this. Do you honestly believe that this is a valid reason for her to file a divorce? Because to me, this seemed like the simple, petty stuff that could simply be worked out by understanding. It could be simply worked out by having effective communication as well too, about simply just talking about it. Also, simply by creating certain boundaries. Now, once again, I do agree that Buddy do not need a female friend. Like I stated earlier, he don't need no female friends, period. I don't care if he known her for wherever it is. He don't. He don't need female friends. So he do need to hold himself accountable on that. Absolutely he do. But to take it further like she's doing, right? I don't think that's a cause of divorce because to be honest with you, by her going through his phone and going through his Snapchat or whatever the hell she's doing, right? He haven't showed signs that he's literally cheating on her. Let's keep it real. Giving uh giving a person a compliment or whatever isn't cheating. Or that person giving that say other person a compliment isn't cheating. Even though I told y'all earlier that that person is a placeholder. That doesn't constitute as cheating. What constitutes as cheating is the legal and physical act of cheating, meaning that they both have met up with each other, went out on a date, and the date ended off with them having sexual relationship with each other, and then afterwards they decide to enter into a relationship. Why? He's been committed to the other person. That is cheating. That is what is called infidelity. Every single day, people get compliments all the time. Both men and women, preferably women, get compliments all the time for people from the opposite sex. You look beautiful today. Y'all know I'm talking about them down work husbands that y'all love, right? Don't work husbands. You look beautiful today. You want lunch? So if we're gonna use that logic, right? You might as well say the dudes at your, you might as well say that you cheated. Because the dudes at your work sit up here asking you, do you want lunch? And they complimenting you every single day. You look good today. You look beautiful today. You might say that's cheating. But I already know we're not going to use that logic at all. We're going to use what we want to use. So it could go with the argument.
This is part 2 of how Mother's Day weekend ended in a divorce for me. So I left off on where we were lacking in intimacy area when it come to adult time. I had to literally continuously ask, and it's crazy because most uh, husbands have that problem, but it was flipped in my relationship. I was the one who was lacking in that area as well. There was no dates, no chemistry. If we did go somewhere, if you see us out somewhere, it's because I pressed the issue that I want to do this and that this is something that needs to change in our relationship.
No, Lionel, no one friends, period. You're in a relationship, no female friends, period. None. Mm-mm. I don't care if she look like Megan Fox. Hell, I don't care if she look like goddamn Maya. No. Hell, it could literally be Maya. If you're not in a relationship with Maya and you have a friend that is Maya, then yeah, you need to go ahead and terminate that relationship expeditiously. Go ahead and sign that contract and terminate that relationship, because I'm telling you that it's gonna cause problems. I'm telling you that that person is a placeholder. I'm telling you that. And they're gonna always do things to subtly sabotage your relationship until they get what they want. It never fails.
And he did try to change it, but he was just very consistent. He would change it and then revert right back to not doing it. Um, So yeah, so we leave from the Halloween party. We get to the house. We're both drunk. He's super drunk, so he goes to sleep. Mind you, I told you that he handed me his phone. I felt like something was wrong, but I didn't go through the phone. We get to the house, and while he's asleep, I come downstairs. I sit on the couch, and I'm telling you, my heart is pumping, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, golly. So I start going through the phone. I went through Cash App. I seen that
Wait a minute. Hold up. This story is not making any sense. So she's saying that after the party, they was drunk. He was super drunk and she was drunk as well too. So normally what happens in this situation is that whenever you be that drunk, right? Normally that's when the intimacy level increases, meaning that both that man and that woman become horny as hell and they want to smash something. So I'm not understanding why that didn't happen. I'm not understanding why she's not in bed with the dude and y'all having drunk sex, sitting up here having drunk sex and y'all throwing all up on each other and laughing about it and all this stuff there. I'm not understanding why that's not happening. Why was the first act, even by you being that drunk, right, is for you to go downstairs and once again invade this dude privacy of this phone to see if you could find something, anything on this dude. This situation right here even make me want to question the validity of her really trusting this dude. Because if that be the case, why in the hell or did you move in with this dude if you don't trust him like that? Why in the hell did you decide to be in this relationship with this dude if you don't trust him like that? Why? But let's hear what she got to say.
he was sending money to um, corn workers, like anywhere between $4,600 a month.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's bad that up. Hold up.
I seen that he was sending money to um, corn workers, like anywhere between $4,600 a month. Like that's where it was going. But you're telling me that you don't have money for dates, and it kind of just made me feel very insecure because you would rather do that than invest into your relationship. So then I go through the Cash App. I then go to Snapchat and I see that he's messaging corn stars. Once I see that he's messaging this one particular lady, he's getting pictures, videos, he's sending money. He's literally having a conversation with her as if they're in a relationship. If you was to look at the messages between me and him versus the sexy worker that he was messaging, you would think they were in a full-blown relationship. So we wind up getting into an argument. We break up. I think it was for about
Once again, here's the same pattern that they get into an argument, they break up. Who is breaking up who? Is he breaking up with her or she's breaking up with him? And also let's go ahead and address this this porn thing, okay? Let's go ahead and address this. Now, just because a man is watching porn, that does not mean he's cheating on you. Just because he's on the porn site and he's having a conversation with porn stars, and keep in mind that this porn site, she just called it porn, but I'm pretty sure she's talking about OnlyFans, okay? Even with these OnlyFans sites and stuff, right? And he's having a conversation with them, guess what? He is paying them for that conversation. Once again, he is paying them for their conversation. So that goes to show me and us is that we need to address a serious issue. The serious issue is this. For some reason, there's a disconnect with their intimacy. For some reason, there's a disconnect with him being intimate with her. So, in resort of that, he resort to an outlet, meaning that he goes on OnlyFans so he could get that attention that he's not getting from her. But once again, like she stated in the beginning, she was saying that there was lacking intimacy, there was lacking having sex and everything like that. She never stated the reason why. She never stated his reasoning why for it happening the way it's happening. She never said that. I'm pretty sure that he probably had told her the reason why they're not as intimate no more as the way they used to be. But just like with these type of modern women, right? They ego become an all-time high where they feel like they're the victim and they don't allow their dude to express himself. Hence, this goes to the concept where I was telling y'all about men in their mental health and dealing with these said type of women, because these said type of women do affect men's mental health. Where a man can't even sit up here and get his conversation off without her hollering and screaming and threatening to break up, like she is doing constantly. So I'm pretty sure he had told her in his own way, this is the reason why we're having this disconnect. And I'm pretty sure that he wanted to work it out. But her, on the other hand, her ego is at an all-time high. Instead of her listening to understand, she listened to react. And by that, she's the victim. He's the villain. So whenever a man do that, whenever they go to these sites and stuff like that, and they're in a relationship, and they know that they got a woman there and then they could have sex with, and it's not happening, that is an outlet. That is simply an outlet. He needed to do something to get a release. Like I told y'all before, part of a man biology is for him to get that release, to release his sperm. If it requires for him jacking off or whatever the case may be, that's what he's going to do to get that release. But however, if you're in a relationship with that said man, right, it is your duty as the woman to help him get that release. It shouldn't be no stipulations behind that. It shouldn't be no, oh, you got to do it this certain way in order for you to get your release. No, hell no. That's absolutely bullshit.
That's bullshit.
No. You're supposed to be that help me and help him, period. Regardless of how the way you feel. But let's continue.
A week or two, and then he came to me and decided that he wanted to work on the relationship. I agreed. He said he would never.
Now listen to what she's saying. She's saying that afterwards, this dude once again simped out, and he is the one who keep constantly saying like, hey, I want to work the relationship out. Let's work the relationship out. After the fact that she's the one who keep breaking up with him. I want to ask y'all this question. Y'all put it in the chat. All right. And those of y'all who are catching the replay, you can put it in the comment section. All right. Do y'all believe that this woman is being manipulative in this relationship? Once again, do y'all believe that this woman is being manipulative in this relationship? That at the end of the day, she is acting like a damn child and trying to get her way, the way that she wants it. And the moment when this dude doesn't comply, then she instantly want to exit out the relationship. And then she'll sit up here, wait, and she'll ghost this dude while reading all these texts that he's sending out to her, while listening to the voicemail he's sending out to her. Baby, I'm sorry, I'm begging, baby, I'm sorry, I'm begging, I'm begging, I'm begging. And she just keep it on red. And she just up here telling her homegirls about it. Look at him, he's sitting up here sending all these messages. I'm going to answer to him about 5 days later. Then finally, she decides to answer him and listen to what he had to say. Then she does accept it. She like, okay, we could go back together. If that ain't manipulation, y'all, then I don't know what is. But let's continue.
Do it again. So I gave him that second chance to build the trust up again. At that time, it was very easy for me to forgive it and move on. I didn't think really nothing of it.
Now keep in mind that her mindset is that she thinking that by him going on OnlyFans is cheating to her. I want y'all to keep in mind of that. Once again, she believed that him going on OnlyFans is cheating to her. Now, this dude have not had no physical interactions with none of these OnlyFans people or anything like that. He's only paying for a service to be entertained, which that's something that she's supposed to be giving out to him for free. And then she literally talking about she giving him a second chance. Like she's the boss. Like she owns him. I'm going to give you a second chance. Like, what the hell?
That's bullshit.
Damn.
I think it was for about a week or two. And then he came to me and decided that he wanted to work on the relationship. I agreed. He said he would never do it again. So I gave him that second chance to build the trust up again. At that time, it was very easy for me to forgive it and move on. I didn't think really nothing of it. So after that, fast forward, he stops for a while. He doesn't do it. I stopped going through his phone. Everything's going great in our relationship. Although we are still lacking the intimacy and the dates and things like that. I try to put that past. I try to look past it because he was saying that we were having financial problems, but we really wasn't. So as I'm trying to get past it, again, we're working on the relationship. Things are great.
Now, she ended off by saying that she's trying to look past it. Whenever I hear people say that they're trying to look past it, that's an automatic red flag letting me know that looking past it means to ignore the problem. Looking past it means to ignore the issue at hand. Looking past it means to be dismissive about it. I don't care what you got to say. We're going to want to do it my way, period. That's what looking past it means. So once again, she's not doing anything. She's not even suggesting try to do anything to try to fix this situation that they have with intimacy. She's not making suggestions like, hey, maybe we need to go to a sex therapist. Maybe we need to try new things. Hell, since you're looking at OnlyFans, right? How about this? How about we look at OnlyFans together? We look at OnlyFans together and we both masturbate together and we make love and all this stuff there. How about we just do it together? How about we go to a adult entertainment site, like go to a strip club or whatever, together, so we can get this intimacy thing going to see if we really were attracted to each other, and so we could pinpoint the problem. She never suggested none of that. She never threw it out there on the table, nor she's not telling us what his response behind this neither. And the reason why is because she wants to sell this story that this dude is the problem. Those of y'all who are tuning into the stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you a whole lot. We are now in the critical point of the show where we are examining this modern woman, and she letting us know on her story why she decided to break up with her husband or get a divorce with her husband on Mother's Day. All right? So let's go ahead and get into this content. Gas Mask, I see you. What's up with it? He want me to hit the Don DeMarco. Get it? There you go, brother. All right, so let's go ahead and get deeper into this content, all right?
this is part 3 of how Mother's Day ended in a divorce for me. So, like I said in part 2, that everything was going great. We get engaged September 16th of 2023. Beautiful proposal. And this is something that I have had a problem with, and I did address it with him. I never felt like he would like come out his comfort zone for me. He pretty much made the proposal about himself. He said that he didn't feel comfortable doing something exaggerant. I'm a dramatic person. I love huge surprises. I love things like that.
Uh-oh. That's a red flag. That is a red flag right there. That's a red flag. Gentlemen, this is why I tell y'all all the time that it's very important for you to vet out the woman that you potentially want to be in a relationship with. You need to ask all these challenging questions to her to see where her mind is at. This is one of them situations where he should have asked the question about her. Now, she simply stated that I love surprises. I love the flashiness of it. So, in other words, she simply wanted this dude to do this flamboyant, extravagant proposal to her. Y'all know the same type of proposal that y'all see on TikTok and stuff, where the dude in a surprising her, then you have Brian McKnight singing to her, and she like, oh my god. And they be out her family and friends and whoever it is there, right? They celebrate it on. That's the type of thing that she want. Now, keep in mind, if she want that type of extravagant proposal, Lord forbid that she gonna want a huge wedding. She's gonna be one of them type of woman that she want $100,000 wedding. She'll literally go in debt to get $100,000 wedding because she wanted to be all flashy and extravagant. But that's a red flag. The reason why that's a red flag is because at this point, she's not in the relationship because she truly loved this dude. So her intentions is already wrong. She's not in a relationship because she loves this dude. She's in a relationship because she wants to qualify to be this showmanship of a wife. She wants to receive the same type of treatment like all these other women out here be doing, or all these other type of modern women who these simp dudes end up on marrying. That's what she wants. So far, the only thing that Buddy had did that was wrong to me is because he had a girl in his Snapchat that was a friend or whatever. That's the only thing that Buddy had did wrong so far to me. But the whole concept about the OnlyFans, him paying for OnlyFans to be entertained, he didn't do nothing wrong because it's not cheating. Going on OnlyFans is not cheating. That is not cheating at all, period. But so far, it seems like she is the one who's the problem because she is the one who have all these unrealistic expectations of him. And here's another sign too. She said that she addressed the issue that this dude don't like to open up. I honestly believe that the reason why this dude don't like to open up is because at one point in time he did open up to her, and she literally gaslighted this dude and dismissed his feelings. Once when a woman do that to a man who truly loves her, and she do that to him, guess what? He is automatically going to shut her off. He's going to shut down. He do that not to be petty, not to be mean, but he do that to protect his heart because he literally is putting his heart on the line for this woman. He's literally putting his pride, ego, and all this stuff online. And so he do that to protect himself. That is his protection mechanism. That's a protection mechanism that a lot of men do. But she don't understand that. But let's continue. Sour Patch, I see you in the chat. Appreciate you.
especially when I don't really ask for much in the relationship as is, and I'm still not getting certain things. So you would think the proposal would be grand and nice. No, he decided to stay in his comfort zone because he wasn't comfortable. And let me just say this, it was not a bad proposal. He took me to Capitol Grill. We had a beautiful view, and it was just me and him, which it was intimate, and I did like it, but it wasn't what I asked for.
By the words of the late great Kevin Samuels, I cannot make this shit up. So she literally wanted this dude to propose to her the way that she wanted to happen versus him doing it out of the kindness of his heart, the way that he wanted to do it.
I've always sent him TikToks and different things to show what I wanted. So that was a problem for me, but I got over it.
Then on top of that, she wanted this dude to watch her TikTok. So he could literally sit up her, examine her, and study her to know what she wants.
Once again, we get engaged September 16th, 2023. After that, we start trying for a baby. And even before that, we had got pregnant and I had miscarriage. In total, I miscarried 4 times. I'm thinking that, oh, this is the enemy that's against my marriage. Something's going on with my body. Nothing was wrong with my body. Once I got checked out by the doctors, nothing was wrong.
I wonder who came up with the idea to go ahead and have a baby, to have a child at that time. Was it his ideal or was it her ideal? Why was that important for them to have a baby before marriage? To have a baby out of wedlock like that?
I truly believe now where we are in our relationship that God was trying to protect me and tell me that this is not for you. My body was literally rejecting him. My last miscarriage was January 2024. February 28th. No, it wasn't January. My last one was the same day my grandma passed away, which was February 28th. The same day I lost my grandma was the same day I miscarried. A week after that, I conceived, which was the first week of March or the second week of March, I believe. And we, at that point, when I had miscarried, we had decided that we wasn't going to try anymore. We was going to just, live our life and whatever happens, happens. So once my grandma passed, I conceived. We're happy, ecstatic. I wanted a baby, especially like we're engaged. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it the right way.
And there it is. She said that she wanted a baby, not they wanted a baby. I'm gonna rewind it so y'all can see this. Just so y'all know I'm not lying about this.
Especially like we're engaged. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it the right way so that we can build a family and stability, and so that my child could have conceived, which was the first week of March or the second week of March, I believe. And we, at that point, when I had miscarried, we had decided that we wasn't going to try anymore. We was going to just, live our life and whatever happens, happens. So once my grandma passed, I conceived. We're happy, ecstatic. I wanted a baby, especially like we're engaged. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it the right way so that we can build a family and stability, and so that my child could have a 2-parent home. So.
And then that's the last part. But I'm talking about for a second. Let me let her finish. I'm gonna let her finish.
Whatever happens, happens. So once my grandma passed, I conceived. We're happy, ecstatic. I wanted a baby, especially like we're engaged. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it the right way so that we can build a family and stability, and so that my child could have a 2-parent home. So,
All right, so we first get ready to get into part 4 of this. But before we get to part 4, once again, shout out to everybody who are in the chat right now. Shout out to everybody who are catching the replay of the show as well too. All right, so I had asked this question earlier, and I'm going to ask this question again for those of y'all who are tuning in now. Based on what you are seeing right now in this situation, do you believe that uh, this is a valid reason for her to file for a divorce? All right, because so far we had learned that the first time around in their relationship, right? She felt this feeling, call it female intuition, wherever the hell you want to call it, but she had this feeling that she believed that Buddy was cheating on her. She decided to go into this dude phone, investigate his phone, go into his Snapchat and seeing that he was communicating with another woman. Now, keep in mind, he was communicating with her, but he never said that he was going to link up with her or anything like that. He would just have a normal, casual conversation on Snapchat with this woman that apparently he know. Now, I already told y'all that I don't agree with people in relationship having people of the opposite sex in a relationship. I believe that you should terminate that relationship. Period. But even then, I told y'all that there wasn't a reason to disqualify or to end the relationship or even get a divorce. The second time, she ended up revealing that she had this feeling again. One night they got drunk with each other. Instead of her having drunk sex with her man, she decided to go downstairs and go ahead and get his phone and go through his phone and find out that he been going on OnlyFans and stuff and looking at porn sites. Second time around, she ended up breaking up with this dude over this. So, do y'all believe that so far, is this a valid reason for her to divorce this dude? I say no, it's not. I say that these little situations that she's talking about is very petty, but she is making it more than what it is. But the real issue is that they need to deal with this whole intimacy thing because that's what it's boiled down to. She mentioned about financial and stuff, right? But she was saying that, to be honest, the financial part is okay. It's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? But the whole point about this is the intimacy part of this, right? So they need to deal with this, but she's decided not to deal with it. She decided to be dismissive of it. So is this a valid reason? No, not at all. She mentioned at the end of the video, and I'd say this on my show as well too. She mentioned that she said that it's her child. She didn't say it was their child. She said that it was her child. I mentioned this on the show because this is the behavior of a lot of modern women, and to be quite honest with you, there are traditional women who have the same type of mentality as well too, thinking that once when they give birth to these children, that they have ownership of these children, like they just had these children all by themselves without the dude contributing to that. And so they use this terminology saying my child, my child, my child, instead of saying our child. They do that because that's a form of manipulation and control. That's the reason why they do that. They believe that since the child that came out of their vagina, then they are entitled to everything about that child. That's what they believe in. I didn't carry this child for 9 months and different things like that, so I'm entitled to that. No, that ain't how that works. Because without you having the sperm going up your vagina and into your egg and creating that child, you wouldn't have that child at all. And on top of that, she kept saying that she was miscarrying as well too. The crazy part about that is that she making it insinuating that God was protecting her. But let's say that the situation is true of what she's saying, that God was protecting her. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, maybe God was protecting both of y'all, knowing he was protecting her, but let's say that he was protecting him as well too for your absolute bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Let's say that that's what God was doing. Let's say hypothetically that that was actually God's intention to protect him from you. So you want to get this dude locked up and put this dude on child support. But like what we do with men, like we do as men, right? And this is why I say this, and women don't believe me on this. This is why I say that men love unconditionally versus women love conditional. That man would do the most illogical, logical thing and stuff, right? Because he loved that woman. Hence, getting married to that woman and procreating with the woman, knowing good and damn well he sees signs that this woman is doing these sad things, but yet it's still he be the one who try to fight for the relationship and get the relationship back, while she'd be the one who exit out the relationship every single time. Make that make sense, y'all. But let's get into it, y'all. Let's hear the next part of the story.
This is part 4 of how Mother's Day weekend ended in a divorce for me. So, like I said previously, we get engaged, we get married, July 13th, 2024. Once I get married, there was no second guessing in my mind that this was my person, this was my husband. We worked through so many things in our relationship. Everything is going smoothly. We're both happy. We're doing the things that we supposed to do. Now that I'm pregnant, there is still no intimacy. Every time I ask or address it, there's a new excuse. First, it was he's stressed at work. Then it was we don't have the finances, and I don't know how to talk to him. Then it was I'm pregnant and I'm too fragile, and he doesn't want to cause any problems, which I can say I was in and out the hospital a lot. I had a lot of pain. I had gestational diabetes. I was very sick during this pregnancy and in a lot of pain.
Mm-mm-mm. What can I begin with all this? Where can I begin with this? Doesn't this not solidify what I was saying earlier about the whole intimacy part? Where I told y'all the reason why Buddy was not being intimate with her. I told y'all that. I told y'all the reason why it was simply because of not him, it's her. It's her. It's something about her that's not a turn on to him anymore. That's where it boils down to. She's doing things to him where she no longer became a turn on to him. And so now he don't even want to smash her. He don't. He gave her what she want, which is a child. Maybe deep down inside he wanted a child as well too, and he just decided to just settle for that. Now after when they got what they want, now he just like but that's not good enough for her. That's not. Everything that he doing, he's making she call it excuses, but he's giving her a statement of fact. If he's saying that he's stressed out about certain things, then he mean that. He mean that he's stressed out about certain things and it's affecting the love life. It's affecting, y'all want intimacy. By him stating that, right, it is you as his woman, that's his help me to figure out what is going on. So y'all could work through that. But she is not providing no type of solutions whatsoever to fix the problem. He's giving you the problem and you dismiss it, right? And you're not doing nothing in your power to fix the problem. All except to complain about it. Now, this other part, to be honest with y'all, when I had my first child, right? When I had my son, my firstborn son, right? I had thought the same way how old dude thought about it as well too. When she was pregnant, I was thinking that if what I'm saying, if we have sex, right, then it's going to affect the procreation process with our son. It's going to affect the procreation process with our son. I was thinking that, hey, if a sperm go in there, whatever stuff, right, it's going to create a genetic mutation and all kind of stuff. That was my mind back then, without me understanding that. And a lot of men be thinking that way too, especially if this is their very first pregnancy that they're going through, right? They be thinking about stuff like that because they don't want no type of harm to happen to their child. So yeah, I literally was thinking like that for real. I'm like, I don't know about this, you know what I'm saying? And so how the way we resolve that situation is that we went to her OBGYN and we had a conversation. We talked about it. We talked about it with the OBGYN, and I told the OBGYN, I like, hey, look, I I don't mind having sex or making love to my wife, but I'm afraid that if we do that, then I'm gonna do something to this baby. Maybe you know what I'm saying. She be like 8 or 9 months pregnant, then I put my penis up there, and my penis probably hit that child in the head, whatever. I was thinking about these weird stuff. You know what I'm saying. I know it sounds crazy, but that was my mind. That's my intrusive thoughts about it. But the doctor assured us that, hey, it is okay for you to have sex or make love, to her. In fact, they recommend that because it's going to make the childbearing process a little bit more easier, especially when she start having contractions. It's going to make it be a little bit more easier because you're keeping her open at all times. Now, as long as you're not doing no extreme porn star type sex with her where you pound town her, it should be okay. It should be all right. So that's what I'm saying. That's one of them conversations that instead of her sitting up here being the victim and blaming this dude, they should have just talked about it and figure out solutions behind that so he could be at ease with that and they could go ahead and do what they got to do. But once again, that she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to communicate at all, period, because she felt like she's the victim and she felt like he's the problem. Mm-mm-mm.
So I'm like, okay. And he's like, after you have the baby, everything's gonna go back to normal, blah, 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 blah. Never did. I had the baby. I'm the one who was like, oh, well, let's go to brunch. Oh, let's plan, date nights for each other. We could do something outside and then we could do something inside the house. I started doing that.
Wait a minute. She said she did what again?
Date nights for each other. We could do something.
Okay, let me go back a little bit further so I can understand her.
I had the baby. I'm the one who was like, oh, well, let's go to brunch. Oh, let's plan, date nights for each other. We could do something outside and then we could do something inside the house. I started doing that. Everything was planned by me. No assertiveness from him. He never he don't play anything like, and all I asked for was set a date and time for me, tell me what time to get dressed and surprise me. That was it. It don't have to be nothing expensive. It could literally be us going to the park, us doing something together, working out, whatever it may be. I want you to take initiative. He wouldn't.
See, I kind of call cap on that, to be honest with y'all. And the reason why is because earlier, keep in mind, she stated about this proposal. She said that she didn't like the proposal because it wasn't done her way. Y'all remember when she said that earlier? So I'm kind of calling cap on that for real because even if he was planning things right and he surprised her, she wouldn't accept it at all because it's not done her way or it's not something that she want to do. This goes with that concept that I was also telling y'all about on this podcast about women, right? And this is not just modern day women, this is women, period, where we have this concept about, what do you want to do? What do you want to go out to eat at? And then we make recommendations to go. We take the initiative, we book reservations, and we say, we're going to this place. Hey, we're going to this place. I don't know about that. I'd rather that we go here. And so this dude took the initiative to create reservations, whatever, and now he got to cancel reservation because you acting up, because you don't want to go to the said spot for whatever reason. Or it could be simple as going to a fast food joint. He said, "Hey, we're going to Taco Bell." I don't want Taco Bell. Can we go to McDonald's? No, I'm being assertive, and I'm telling you where we're going. We're going to Taco Bell. You can't tell me what to do. I want McDonald's. So what's the point of him being assertive if you're going to dismissive anyway? And notice I keep using this terminology of being dismissive because that's exactly what women like herself and other women out there do to men is that they be so dismissive with their men. They want this dude to do this sort of thing, but they don't want to accept the accountability behind it. They want to accept the end results behind it because they simply want it to be done their way.
So, back to me being pregnant. I have my son November 18th, 2024. And I am going to say this. The whole time I was pregnant, he was very supportive. Went to every doctor's appointment. Anytime I needed something, he was there. Very present. He made sure he took care of me, especially at my labor and delivery. 10 out of 10 had the best labor and delivery. He made sure he stood right there by me, made sure I was okay. My mom and my mother-in-law made sure the baby was okay when he was born. So I truly was in love with him. Like, he took such good care of me in certain moments.
So wait a minute. By him asserting himself and being there for you through the pregnancy, that's when you actually truly became in love with this dude? Is that what you're saying? Instead of you already being in love with the dude, regardless of the situations that you're going through? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this solidify my argument when I tell y'all that women love men out of conditions. As long as you um serve these certain type of conditions or these certain type of conditions be met, then they love you. But the moment when you step out of these certain type of conditions, guess what? They no longer have that feeling of love for you anymore until you commit yourself to these said type of conditions again. But it's different with men. See, once again, men, we don't do that to women. When we say that we love that woman, we love that woman unconditionally, no matter if she pisses us off, make us mad, do all this weird stuff. Hell, the woman can literally cheat on us so we get pissed off about it. But yet still, we'll still be trying to work that thing out. Now, we might, there might be some men who be acting beta as hell, you know what I'm saying, where they want to get their lick back by, going and cheating too. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, that dude unconditionally loved that woman. He don't turn his love on and off like women do. He don't.
Caused me to overlook certain things that I shouldn't have looked over just because certain moments were good. After that, we're playing a game. Mind you, I said that I was planning dates, like, stuff in the house, like game nights for me and him. Once the kids go to sleep, the baby is put to bed, we'll go and like have a game night, have a few drinks or whatever. So we're sitting in our loft area, sitting on the couch, and I asked him, I say, hey, are you still doing, the like.
Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue on.
This is part 5 on how Mother's Day weekend ended in a divorce for me. So we sit on the couch and I'm asking him like, hey, are you still doing the messaging and sending money to sex workers? No, I'm not doing that, with a straight face. Y'all, when I say conscious, not even a tad bit,
Now, once again, I don't understand why is that a problem? Why is that a big issue with her? By him being entertained by OnlyFans. Now, me personally, I don't do that. I don't go on OnlyFans or anything like that. But that is my personal preference. But if that is his preference, then what's wrong with him doing that? Then once again, if this something that this dude really want to do and he enjoy doing, you sit up here and saying that y'all want to spend time with each other, right? Why not use this as an opportunity to spend time with him? Why not use this opportunity to say, you know what? Hey, part of our intimacy thing, right? Let's go on OnlyFans. We watch OnlyFans together. We pay these heifers and stuff, right? And watch these heifers do this stuff, right? And if it turns on us on, we get turned on together and we make love and laugh about it afterwards. And pillow talk afterwards. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that at all.
Affected at all. Like, you just lied to my face. No questions asked. No, I'm not doing that. I would tell you if I was doing that. We would have a discussion if I was doing that. Okay, I believe him. I'm still in the back of my mind like something is amiss. I know it is. I could feel it. One thing about me, I can always tell when a person is lying to me. I'm gonna dream it. God gonna put it in my spirit every time. You cannot lie to me. You can ask anybody that's around me that know me. They know you can't lie to me. I'm gonna find out. So fast forward to a week ago. No, actually, not even a week ago. I asked him a second time because I had a dream that he was cheating on me. And I asked him. He was at work, and I texted him. I said,
Now keep in mind that this dude have not cheated on her. He have not cheated on her at all. This is her creating this false sense of reality that this is what this dude is doing. So in other words, she is the one who's creating this false reality. She's creating this chaos, this unnecessary chaos that this dude is doing something that he's not even doing.
I had a dream that you were cheating on me. Oh, babe, you know I would never do nothing like that. You're my world. Blah, 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 blah. In my head, I'm like, okay, whatever. Whatever is amiss, God's going to bring it to the light every time. So I left it alone. Something is still bothering me and tugging at me and tugging at me and tugging at me like, you need to check that phone.
Here we go again.
A week ago, he goes to sleep. He leaves his phone by me. I snatch it up. I don't really go through phones unless I feel like there's a reason or God drop it in my spirit. I'm going through it.
So God literally drop it in your spirit to once again do something that's causing chaos and confusion. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, when I had my religious talk the other day, right? One of the panelists, right? Her name is Vance. She simply said that God is not the author of confusion, right? If that is true, then why in the hell is this woman saying that God is putting it in her heart to cause chaos and confusion? Why is she saying that? Is God lying about that by saying he's not the author of chaos and confusion, or he's been truthful about that? Y'all let me know.
So the first time I go through it, I don't see nothing. I put the phone down. Something tells me, pick the phone back up, look again.
So she wasn't satisfied the first time around. She picked it back up again and started really going deep.
Y'all, this man went as far as creating a second email that he would access on Google Chrome incognito so that it can't be tracked, where he was sending all the little, the accounts that he was making. Second, the cash apps he was sending, he was taking them, moving them to his trash. I checked the trash. I see the cash apps. This man sent $400 in one day. In one day. But you telling me that I can't get certain things because there's no money. Mind you, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I stopped working so that we can take care of so that we don't have to pay for childcare. Essentially, if I was to go to work, we're just paying for childcare.
That sounds like something that she wanted to do, and he just agreed upon doing that, to be quite honest.
So that I could be at home with the baby. He doesn't have to go to childcare. I could watch him. He's not even old enough to talk, and I don't play them type of games. I don't need nobody. This is part 6 of how Mother's Day weekend turned into a divorce for me. So I stay at home, watch the baby. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing like my wifely duties. His lunch is being made. When he come home, he got either a cold beer or a drink, whatever that's in there, so he can come and decompress. The only thing that I asked for was that he get the baby so that I can finish cooking, doing what I need to do, and take a little break. He had him most of maybe 2 to 3 hours. Our baby go to sleep super early at like 6 or 7. So he's doing that or whatever, and so back to me going through the phone. So I'm seeing like, oh, okay, well, you sending money and cash apps, you don't even send me money. You only send me money for bills. That's it. Or if I ask for something, I always have to ask. It's never just, oh, here, babe, here you go, just for being a good wife, or just because. Nope.
Well, never mind.
It's all going to sexy workers. So, once I see that he also got an app on his phone with a code where he's keeping the videos and photos, he's deleting the apps. And the way that I found out that he was deleting the apps, I went to settings on his iPhone. If you click on the battery setting, you can see what app they're using the most. And it said deleted apps. So I'm like, what's the deleted apps? So I go to his app store. And then I click on the little, at the right hand corner, there's like a little photo there. So I click there and then it says apps, and I clicked on apps, and it's going to show every app you have ever had on your phone. And it's going to say when you first downloaded it. The first one was I think it's called Messenger Telegram or Telegram Messenger. Never heard of it. He downloaded that January 2024. The second app was Kick. He downloaded that November 2024. Mind you, I had my baby in November. So I'm going through postpartum, all type of stuff, and this is what you decided to do behind my back. Now, a week ago,
I hate to be mean on this, but respectfully, you going through postpartum is not his fault on that, okay?
a week ago, I go through the phone, I trip. I go through so I go through the phone, I download Kick. Once I download Kick, I see the message. He, again, sending money. He's even sending photos of himself, y'all. Something that should be reserved for his wife. He's sending photos of himself. This man told me, oh, it was ratings because, and it's like as if you're rating a burger or a hairstyle. Excuse me? No. It's disrespectful. That's what it is. It's disrespectful and it's hurtful to watch your husband do something like that. Now, once I see that, I go crazy. He hop up out his sleep. He's stunned. He's shocked. He don't know what's going on. He thought somebody ran through the house. Once he hop up, he like, what's going on? What's going on? I give him his phone. I said, so this what the... This is part 7 of how Mother's Day weekend ended in a divorce for me. So I throw the phone at him. I'm like, oh, so this what you doing behind my back? Like, I'm going off. But I'm trying to keep it like a little bit quiet because, for one, my baby's on the side of me asleep and my 2 children is in a room, and I don't want them to hear or know what's going on because they're children. I always keep children in a child's place. So he immediately, I'm sorry, I know I broke your trust. Please, please, please. I'm telling him, like, I want a divorce. I want a divorce. I want a divorce. I don't want to be with you no more. When I say it broke me to my core, like, y'all, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. But when I say it broke me to my core to, like, know that this is why for the past 3 years I've been lacking in my relationship. Because if you truly was sorry, you would have sought therapy the first time. If you was sorry, you would have told me when I asked you. And see, one thing people don't realize is that transparency and honesty is 2 different things. Honesty is when I'm asking you and you tell me. Transparency is when I don't even ask you and you just come and tell me, oh, this was going on.
That's bullshit.
What kind of false modern day woman theology is she talking about? I'm gonna let y'all hear this one more time, man, because I'm just blown away by this. I'm really on this is. I'm telling you, this need to be case study for real. It really do. I want y'all to hear her definition of transparency and honesty again, and I want to see if y'all agree with this.
Honesty is when I'm asking you and you tell me. Transparency is when I don't even ask you and you just come and tell me, oh, this was going on.
That's bullshit.
Transparency and honesty is interchangeable. It's the same exact thing. It has the same exact result. There's no separation with it. There's no stipulations behind it. But however, due to her being the person that she is, being the toxic modern day woman that she is, it's about her ego. It's about her wanting control, and she wants things her way. That's where it boils down to it. So it's easy for her to egotistically sit up here and simply create a false definition to go along with her narrative.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I'm sorry. Let's work on a relationship. Let's get in therapy, blah, blah, blah. I look up the therapist. We get into...
Wait a minute. She look up a therapist. Hold up. Did she say that he's looking for a therapist? Wait a minute.
Transparency is when I don't even ask you and you just come and tell me, oh, this was going on. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I'm sorry. Let's work on a relationship. Let's get in therapy, blah, blah, blah. I look up the therapist. We get into marriage counseling. I also get him a therapist for himself, and I also have one for myself. We have
Wait a minute, what? So he look up a therapist for himself and you get one for yourself? Why y'all does didn't get a marriage and family therapist? Mm, mm.
our first therapy session last week on Saturday before we had went to go walk with his side of the family. So after we have our therapy session, everything's going good. He's trying his best to, work on things, fix things. And then we get to Mother's Day weekend.
All right, Mother's Day weekend is coming up. Let's see what happened with this. Now, keep in mind that they agreed to go to therapy. Well, technically, he agreed to go to therapy. All right. Now, keep in mind that she is saying that he's the problem. But by us reviewing this content, we obviously know that this dude really is not the problem at all. It's really on her. She's the problem. But let's see.
This is part 8 of how Mother's Day turned into a divorce for me. So before we get to Mother's Day, I do want to say throughout the whole week, I had been telling him like I want a divorce, but then he would rebuttal and say, let's work on the relationship. I know I ruined it. I know I could be the man that you want me to be. A bunch of BS, yada, 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 yada. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you that chance. I really felt down in my soul that I shouldn't have, but I was like, okay, I'm going to give you that chance. So fast forward, we get to Mother's Day weekend, which was yesterday, Saturday. We done got cute. He looking good. I'm looking good. I did my makeup, everything. So we go out, have a good time. We go to Fin and Feathers, downtown Las Vegas. And when we finish up with some hookah and some mimosas, and we watching the Knicks game because I like watching basketball. So we go over there and we start having a discussion. This is a perfect time for us to discuss, what's been going on and how we can move forward.
So she finally decide on this date that they finally get that looked like she the one who decided to do. She decided that this would be the perfect time for y'all to discuss the situation going on in y'all relationship while y'all smoking hookah and y'all drunk and incoherent and different things like that.
This is a perfect time for us to discuss, what's been going on and how we can move forward. At that point, during our conversation, it gets heated. He starts saying some things. I'll start saying some things. The things he said revealed a lot of his true intentions and how he truly feels towards me. One thing about a person, when they're upset, they're going to always tell the truth.
I want her to explain to us what exactly did he say to her.
And that what really ignited me to say this relationship is no longer worth fighting for, which I've been knew a week ago that I didn't want the relationship, and I was very transparent about that, but he wanted to fix it. Cool, I'm gonna give you a chance. But now where I'm at, I'm done with it. I don't want the relationship. Is it hurtful? Of course. It's extremely hurtful. We came home, he left, and he stayed gone all night. Did not bring my 5-month baby home. He decided
Now, once again, I had asked that I wanted her to be transparent and tell us about what it is that he said. Notice she never said it. Notice she never revealed to us the thing that he said that was quote unquote hurtful to us, or the quote unquote thing that was hurtful in the relationship, or the things that he felt that was hurting him. She never said that. She skipped all that.
to go to his mom's house and sleep there. He came back today to bring me the baby because I wanted to spend some time with my baby. And
My baby.
he also came back because he had a little bit of thrush in his mouth, so we had to take him to Quick Care really quick to get him some medicine, which we literally walked in and walked out, and they sent his medication to the pharmacy. He stayed for me to like clean up a little bit. He put the baby to sleep, and then he left. So, and that right there is what tells me that he was never prepared or ready to be a husband. Because as a married man, you don't leave your home all night. That's something.
What? Wait a minute. Hold up. You already gave this dude the ultimatum to literally leave, right? And he do that, right? He give you your space and everything. And yet it's still, you want this dude to still simp out and still fight for something that you said that you don't even want anymore?
That's bullshit.
And now you questioning him about being a man and a husband? Mm.
I will never do, no matter what situation, nothing that we got going on or how bad we get into it. I'm not going to leave the house overnight. I never have. So that right there.
Wait a minute. She said she never leave the house or anything like that, but throughout this whole entire conversation, she was the one who initiate all the breakups. She did, not him. She initiate all the breakups. She said, I want to break up every single time. So that is like the equivalent of her leaving. So what is she talking about?
Tells me a lot. Also, too, I have protected him in a lot of situations, even in this situation, and I'm done protecting him. I'm done being so private and not letting people know what's going on because I'm trying to protect you, but you don't extend the same protecting to me. Like, you don't protect me. You go and you lie and tell people that I said I didn't want my baby, and that was never the case. So I do feel like when men have corn.
All right, so this is the final part of this episode. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the stream. Make sure you hit the one thumbs up, all right? So let's hear the final part and see what she got to say about this, all right?
I believe it's either part 8 or 9, but this is going to be the last video. Yeah, and I feel like when men have that issue with corn, sexy workers, and stuff like that, it's best to just leave the relationship, especially if they're not actively looking for help. And like I said before, if you truly wanted this relationship to work, you would have fought tooth and nail to make it work. Point blank, period. You didn't. We got into an argument. You decided to act like I did something to you. Have the text messages where he's literally trying to gaslight me and flip it on me and make it seem like I was a horrible wife. When after you did what you did, I still was cooking, I still was cleaning, I still was pertaining to your needs. Being nice to you, respectful to you, doing research to see how I can support you. And this is the repayment of, oh, I'm going to act like you did something to me. No, I didn't. I was a good wife to you. I respected you. Now, things that I could have worked on was, yeah, I could have talked to him better. That's something where I was in therapy for, on learning how to communicate. It's a learned behavior, especially in the Black community. When you're dealing with Black women, we tend to have, not the best communication skills. And so that's something that I was trying to work on through therapy. And I was getting better at it. Am I perfect? No. We both did things in our relationship where it got it to where it's at now. But this is what really took the icing on the cake for me that made me say that I can't do this no more. I do want to tell everyone thank you, and I appreciate you for your support, your prayers, and everything. Please continue to pray for us, and God bless y'all. Thank you so much.
So she ended this whole situation by trying to give everyone the advice, tell everybody in the story that she have a lack of communication in relationship, which I already told y'all that this what it was to begin with in the first place, and she's working on that. Now here's my thing. Whenever you want to sign a contract to be in a marriage, right? That marriage is for good or bad, worse, whatever, to death do you poor type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not for when it's only convenient for you. Then the moment when it became inconvenient for you, then you can exit out of the relationship. This is the problem that we have right now with marriages, where these women, not only modern women, but women right now, as long as they feel like that they have an exit plan, right? As long as they feel like that they could get that severance package, like I've been telling y'all about this, right? Then they're gonna continue with this behavior. They're gonna continue doing this toxic behavior. They're gonna continue not holding themselves accountable for the choices and the decisions that they make and do because they in their feelings. Now, throughout this whole entire conversation, Buddy never at once cheated on her. He never did no type of infidelity or anything. He didn't go and hook up with none of these OnlyFans women or nothing like that. The most that he did was pay for a service, and that was it. But she got mad. The reason why she got mad about it, the reason why she don't like it is because The simple thing is that he put that OnlyFans before her. Now, do I agree with him doing that? No, I don't at all, period. But at the same time, there's accountability part that we got to address about this. The accountability part is that they was lacking that intimacy. This is something that she wasn't willing to work on. She wanted him to figure it out on his own. Then when he tell her about it, tell her different ways that you could do it, she dismiss him. Hence, this is the reason why when she said she was in therapy, the therapist literally told her that, hey, it is you, sweetheart. It is you who are lacking in the communication. It is you who need to work on that. Not him. It's you. You're the problem. The therapist literally told her that she's the problem and you need to work on that. And she said, well, I guess I could work on it as long as it's convenient for me. But obviously, ain't working on it because the end result is that she wanted to divorce this dude. She filed for a divorce on this dude. So obviously, she ain't working on that because she feel like that she's not the problem. She feel like that she's the victim and this dude is the villain. This dude is the monster in the situation. Once again, this is the reason why I did that live the other day, encouraging modern men that it's best for you to not marry these modern women for this very reason, because this very reason is this very mentality that they have. And then if you want to get married, if that's your desire to get married, right, then make sure you vet out that woman completely. And I mean, do a thorough vetting on that woman to make sure that she is a quality woman who deserves to be married, period. If you don't do that, then this is going to be the end result every single time. You're going to get these type of women, this type of behavior. They're going to have this entitlement mentality. And also, they're going to keep constantly threatening, well, I'm just going to exit out the relationship because I'm entitled and I could do that. They're going to have this mentality every single time as a form of manipulation and control in the same relationship. Now, once again, the things that Buddy did, it wasn't wrong at all. Him going on OnlyFans, him looking at porn sites and stuff, that's not wrong. That's to me, that is the least of concerns that people deal with in relationship and marriage. There are way more worse stuff that people could literally get a divorce for. Like, say for example, infidelity for real, or say for example, this dude graping his wife. Yes, you can grape your wife. Yes, a woman can grape her husband. Yes, absolutely. Things like that. Toxic femininity and masculinity. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Drug abuse. Domestic violence situations like that, that would constitute as an opportunity to get a divorce because you need to exit out that relationship for your mental health purposes. Nothing wrong with that, but this situation is little. So you mean to tell me that this woman couldn't work out this simple situation with this dude? Come out with solutions. Like I stated earlier, instead of her bitching and complaining about him being on OnlyFans, hell, go on OnlyFans with him. Like, hey, let's go on OnlyFans together. Let me see what you're watching. Let me see exactly what you're attracted to. Let me see what you're attracted to. Let me see what type of women are you attracted to. Let me see what type of things that these women are doing that get you aroused. Maybe while we're watching this, I could replicate the same exact thing where it be to your liking. She didn't do that at all, period. She didn't put in that extra effort. Maybe we need to go to a strip club. Wherever it takes for you to spice up that relationship. She didn't do that. She didn't want to do that because of her pride and ego. Hence, she's the one who literally issuing out the divorce. And like I told y'all that 90% of divorces happen by who? Women. It happened with entitled women. So all I'm saying is that even in a situation right here, gentlemen, y'all need to be really, really careful about these women that you're trying to marry, and you also got to be very careful about women that you're procreating with as well too, because they're simply going to try to use you as a strategy, so they can be in a better position in their life. There are men out there right now who are literally struggling, you know what I'm saying, with child support, alimony, and different things like that, all because they end up meeting the wrong woman. Meeting the wrong woman. This woman literally changed the whole course of this dude's life. She's reaping the benefits of the reward, but he's not. She don't give a damn about this dude struggling. Hell, this dude's literally lost their jobs and stuff because of situations like this. Not only lose their job, but they literally lost their mind because of situations like this, where they literally sit up here unalive themselves, and lo and behold, get so pissed off where they try to unalive their former lover, former wife, or whatever, or former baby mama, because they done lost all hope. They lost all hope. Now, do I agree with them doing that? Hell no, because it's stupid as hell. But I can understand the why behind it. I can understand that. But these type of women, they don't care about that, because at the end of the day, it's just a come up to them. Getting married these on modern day for a modern woman, it's like them winning the lottery. And then the crazy part about it is that it don't even matter what type of man at this point. See, at first they wanted to make sure that they get with a dude who got six figures, because if that dude got six figures, that means they can afford what they're gonna do to that dude. But now it don't even matter if this dude has six figures anymore. This dude could be a normal blue collar or white collar worker, and they don't care. And they'll do the same exact thing because they see opportunity. Oh, he got money and he got pension. Yeah, perfect. Let me go ahead and allow this dude to nut up in me. We have a children, and I'm gonna be married for him less than a year, and then we're gonna get a divorce. I'm gonna get alimony, and I'm gonna get child support. That's how the way they think. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation about this whole thing that was happening. Do you agree with my assessment on this, on how the way I viewing the situation? Do you disagree with that? How about the young woman here and her story that she shared with us today? Do you agree that everything she did was valid for a divorce? Or do you believe that everything she did was invalid and she needs to just simply go to counseling, and she needs to be the one who put into the effort to try to fix this relationship? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. All right. So once again, appreciate everybody who tuned into the stream today. Make sure that you always have your notifications set when I do go live with all this good old thought-provoking content. And I will see y'all again on the next episode. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day and be safe out there.